Hello, good day everyone. I am Gabriel Jan V. Uchigi from Electrical Engineering Technology, BET. We have going to tackle about Harold Joseph Laski. Harold Joseph Laski is a philosopher in the 50s, so we had big ideas about how things change time. He was born on June 30, 1893, and died on March 24, 1950. He was an English political theorist and economics. He was active in politics and served as the chairman of the British Labour Party from 1945 to 1946 and was a professor in the London School of Economics from 1926 to 1950. His works and writings are the Workers' Revolution. So, he first promoted pluralism by emphasizing the importance of local voluntary communities such as trade unions. After 1930, he began to emphasize the needs for a workers' revolution which he hinted might be violent. Refers to a movement where the working class rises up against the ruling class to overthrow capitalism and establish a socialist of the communist society. It's being a central concept in Marx's theory and has played a significant role in various historical events such as the Russian Revolution of 1917 and the rise of labor movement around the world. For the virtue, Joseph, Harold Joseph Laski, a political theorist and economics, outlined various virtues in his works which reflect his views on democracy, socialism, and individual rights. Some examples of virtues associated with Laski ideas include social justice, intellectual curiosity, integrity. Social injustice. Laski emphasized the importance of fairness and equality in social advocating for politics policy and actions that promote the well-being of all individuals, especially those marginalized or disadvantaged. Intellectual curiosity. Lasky valued intellectual inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge, encouraging individuals to question authority, challenge prevailing ideas, and seek truth through critical thinking and analysis. Integrity. Lasky upheld the importance of honesty, integrity, and moral courage in both public and private life, advocating unethical behaviors and accountability among individuals and institutions. For the principles, we have freedom and liberty, democratic participation. Freedom and liberty. Lasky emphasized the importance of individual freedoms and liberty in his ethical and political writings. He argued that individuals should have the freedom to pursue their own interests and goals without interference from the state of other oppressive force. Democratic participation. Lasky believed in the importance of democratic participations and civic engagement. He argued that democracy is not just about voting in elections but also about actively participating in the political process and holding elections officials accountable for their actions. These principles guide Laski's approach to political and social issues, shaping his advocacy for progressive policies and his critique of injustice and inequality. So for the morality, Harold Laski, a British political theorist and economist, contribute to the fields of political science, socialism, and liberalism. His morality, as reflected in his ethics, can be outlined as follows: freedom and individual rights, and ethical responsibility of the power. So, freedom and individual rights. While Laski supports socialism and collective actions to address social injustice, he also values individual freedom and rights. He believes that individuals should have a freedom to pursue their own interests and express their opinions without undue interference from the state of other institutions. Ethical responsibility of power. Lasky emphasized the ethical responsibility of those in positions of power. He argued that political leaders and institutions have a duty to use their power in the manner that promotes the common good and respect the rights and dignity of all individuals. And so overall, the morality of Harold Laski ethics can be characterized by the commitment to social justice, democratic participation, individual freedom, ethical governance, and international cooperation for peace and pro prosperity. His ideas continue to influence discussion on political ethics and social responsibility. So for the ethics, Harold Laski ethics is very deeply rooted in the belief about social justice, democracy, and individual freedom. His ethical framework can be summarized as follows: international cooperation, individual freedom. International cooperation. Lasky advocated for international cooperation and solidarity among nations. He believed in the importance of diplomacy, negotiation, and peaceful conflict resolutions to prevent war and promote global stability. Lasky also supported effort to address global challenges such as poverty, environmental degradation, and human rights abuse through collective actions. Individual freedom. Lasky valued individual freedom and autonomy, arguing that individuals should have the right to pursue their own interests and live according to their own values. He was a staunch defender of civic liberties, including freedom of speech, assembly, and association, and opposed any form of authoritarianism or repression. And so overall, Lasky ethics reflect his commitment to progress, values, and his belief in the potentials of politics to bring about positive social change. He saw ethics as integral to political life, guiding individuals and institutions in their pursuit of a more just, humane world. So, for the base quotation, the number of substitutes for fine and clean thinking, the words provides positively nouns at one's vitals. So, example, of a man we see that he is suffering from his one thing, he brought to health but we know it is a little thing to us. But and there is it is a big village for the past. So for the conclusion, Harold Lasky, uh, prominent political theories and economics conclude that democracy requires active citizens' participations and a fair distributions of power to prevent the concentration of authority in the hand of a few. He emphasized the importance of social and economic equality to ensure that effectively functioning of democratic societies. And that's all.